Well, guys, today I'll be reviewing the MAM. It's a MAM knife. I don't know what it's called, but just search up MAM, and it's MAM Wardcliffe. I think is this Wardcliffe? No, it's more of a sheep-footed or reverse tanto, but it's a MAM knife. And if you don't know what MAM is, pretty sure it's opinel, but with a different lock and a different brand. Maybe it's from the same company. It's made in Portugal, which is really nice. And all right, I'm gonna be showing you the specs. It's about this thing's really cheap. It's like $10, and the quality you're getting from just $10 is pretty fucking amazing. Like I was pretty mind blown. I thought for a $10 knife, I thought it was gonna be like crap and it's gonna fall apart. I mean, there's no liners and stuff. It's yeah, but it's actually really nice. Okay, I'm gonna get to the specs. It's about actually hold on. It's about 3 inches, and the blade length 3 inches. Handle length is about 3.5 inches, and it's overall like 6.5 inches. It's made out of inox steel, which you may know as 4116. It's a decent steel. It's better than HCR14 MOV. It holds an edge better than HCR14 MOV. But the thing I really like about the steel is it sharpens very super easily. I don't know why, but it also has Okay, I'm gonna introduce a new thing in my channel called edge to uh, edge to sharpenability ratio, edge retention to sharpenability ratio. So what does that mean? It's how long can it retain an edge, but you need to divide it by how. Okay, I'm gonna divide how long this thing can retain an edge to how easy it is to sharpen. Because what's the point of having like super like those exotic super steels like CPM 20CV ATS 34. Actually, no, that's not really super steel, but those complicated steels like ZDP 189. Sure, it can hold an edge forever, but what happens if it nicks, if it chips, if it dents or burrs? It's gonna be very hard to sharpen. But if this gets burred, nicked, or dented, this will be very easy to sharpen. That's why I don't really like those super steels. I have super steels, well, not those super steels. I have super steels like S35 VN, CTSX HP, S30V. Those I guess you can say mid-tier super steels, but I don't have those super steels like 20CV, DDP 189. I'm gonna get a Spyderco, the Enduro Delica. Uh yeah, I don't know which one's called, but the 4-inch Spyderco Enduro Delica thing with a ZDP 189. So to experience some actual super steels and maybe a Griptilian with 20 CV. But for now, I think S35 VN is my highest quality steel. So what's this knife? It's okay. I'm gonna get it's 4116 steel. I got a little carried away there. Great steel. Beechwood handle, no liners. Even though it has like this liner lock, I guess. I don't know what to call it, but since it doesn't really have liners, it just has a lock, which it has just like can you hear it? Yeah, I don't know if you can hear it, but it has some up and down blade play, but no side to side blade play, which I think is really nice. And a bolster, it has this really, the liner lock is really widely like open, and has this finger troll, I guess. It's a little close to the edge, but whatever. It works for me. I've used it many times. So it doesn't really do anything. Doesn't hurt me or whatever. And the handle is beechwood. I already said it. I tried to paint it green because it's a $10 knife. I can do whatever the hell I want with this. It didn't really work out too well. The wood doesn't absorb the color. Usually woods absorb color, but this thing has like a coating on it, which doesn't let it absorb color. But I think it's really nice. Even though it looks very blocky and simple, the handle shape, it's very and the blade shape is sheep's, which I mean, this is like for $10, I really trash this thing. I don't know if you can see it, but I've got like I don't know if you can see the scratches and stuff in it, but I have basically like this is basically like my beater knife. I've even batoned with this. That's probably why there's like up and down blade play, but it's a very nice knife. Okay, I'm just gonna do some cutting test. How sharp is this thing? Pretty sharp. Oh god, sorry. It's hard to do it with like while aiming up. Um, pretty hard to do it. Wow. Just, it's it's pretty sharp. I mean, I have used this thing in my sharpening, my my sharpening skills are pretty terrible, honestly. But at the start, it came shaving sharp, and that's really nice. It's okay. Time to discuss the problems. There's no pocket clip. So yeah, I don't know why, but maybe in Spain or Portugal or whatever, the liner lock is most people are left-handed, but I'm right-handed, and in all honesty, this liner lock is pretty weird. It's also not one-hand deployable, so there's nothing to. There's a nail nick there, and you have to do this. However, I have found a way to actually open it. You just like pinch the blade like that, and just well, hold on. Just pinch the blade like that, and just let it. Let me just there you go. Yeah, never mind. It is two hands. You need two hands, and again, made by MAM, Portugal. Uh, it really reminds me of an opinel, but I kind of like this better, as this has a liner lock instead of the weird opinels like that lock. Oh shit. That the lock where like you need to open it and then you just like shift it, and then it becomes like essentially a fixed blade. But I like this lock better because, well, for one, I think a liner lock's enough for a weak handle like this. It's beechwood. There's no liners. It's not weak, but I think the handle's gonna break before the lock. Maybe the blade will. I mean, it's a pretty thin blade. This is not a hard use folder. It's a gentleman's knife, a carving knife. And you know what? I'm just gonna show you how it carves and stuff. It's a pencil. Very nice. I should probably sharpen this. Hold on. I'm gonna make this thing like the finest tip I know. Before I break this. And I'm just gonna like make a notch here. Notch on a pencil, but this is one of the ways you can make a notch. There, I'm not showing you how to make a notch. I'm just showing you how sharp this thing is and how useful it is in carving or something like that. And honestly, it works pretty well. Done. There you go, notch. Now what can you do with this notch? I guess you can like tie a string here and make a trap. Like, hold on, damn it. A string here, make a trap or something. I don't know, but it's pretty. And what am I doing? Oh, this is pretty nice. It's a pretty nice knife. I mean, for $10, what can you expect? Like, this is $10. You can't really do much with it. And oh yeah, I forgot to show you the string test. Yeah, just cut some polypropylene rope. Polypropylene rope is tough as hell. I think it's way. I think it's tougher than paracord. Actually, it's way tougher than paracord. This thing is super hard to like pull. Holy shit! It's used in clotheslines, but seriously, I have. Holy shit! I've used this thing in. I've used this thing in attaching axe handles, like just the rope, and it works fine. I also use this. I also melted this down and made slingshots and structures and objects, shit like that. It's very tough shit, but it's pretty easy to melt. So let me test it. Let me show you the sheep's foot. The point of sheep's foot is that you can like, you know, draw cut it like that. So maybe cutting boxes or something, but you know, not bad. This sheep's foot is weird since it's not like straight. It has this like, you know, weird, like you can barely see it, but it has like this upward curve. And what do you think of, what do I think? What do we think of this knife? I give the thing a 7. For the money, I'd give this thing an 8.5. You know, I mean, it's if you can like fork out another $10, you can buy a way better knife like this. You can buy a better knife like this, which is the K-bar piggyback folder. But if you want something to trash around and you know like just fuck around with it, and if it breaks, whatever, like who the fuck cares? This might be one of it. God damn it. Fucking drunk drivers. Don't drink and drive, kids. And, yeah. Should be a very nice knife. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and, you know, shit like that.